An original arrest warrant for global icon Nelson Mandela will be going on auction soon, but this isn't the real thing. It's a digital copy of the document, otherwise known as a non-fungible token, 61 years after it was first issued back in 1961. Moment, a South African online marketplace, says the auction takes place this weekend with an opening bid of 900,000 rand. Now, with the concept of NFTs still foreign to some, we're joined by Aaron Postumus to provide us with some details. Aaron, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it. This has become a very wild and lucrative marketplace, the world of NFTs, but very few people actually understand what they are. So if you could give it a go at trying to explain the significance of NFTs.
Sure. So, I mean, from the one perspective, just as a technology, I think it's an incredibly powerful piece of technology that enables people for the first time ever to have true ownership out of data or content that they create on the internet, which previously hasn't been possible. I think people are realizing more and more today that the things that they create are either used to sell advertising, therefore they are the product rather than the content being the product. Or there's just no real meaningful way to own digital content, and NFTs are a way to do that. And I think what's really special and incredible about this Nelson Mandela piece specifically is that this is a global treasure. It's an iconic piece of South African history, of struggle history, and this is the digital twin of the original. And it's the only way to own the document legally, because of course you want to keep the document in good health and good standing to maintain the history. It's incredibly significant, and I'm really, really excited to see what it does.
How did we go from the original document, which is kept in a museum, to the digital version? How does that process unfold?
Sure. So the story is actually quite incredible. So Nelson Mandela was issued the warrant of arrest. And he actually escaped arrest through Lily's Leaf Farm, which has now been turned into a historical museum. So the warrant of arrest was obtained by APSA and donated to Lily's Leaf Museum back in 2004. And so the proceeds will be going to maintaining the museum and keeping the museum alive, but also 5% of all future sales will go to this first buyer. So yeah, it's really, really a cool opportunity. And I think one of the things that we need to realize is that the world is moving more and more digital, and the metaverse is not just a buzzword, it's a real thing. And this document will almost certainly be held in a virtual museum where people will pay to view the document.
What is the value, Aaron, in the NFT of the Madiba arrest warrant versus a digital copy of the very same thing that I could find somewhere on Google Images, for example? What's the difference?
Sure. So actually, you could never find an image of this thing on Google Images. So there's an incredible team from Virtual Nation Builders who we've worked with in making sure that this is a super high resolution 3D scan of the document. So you can actually play with the document in full 3D augmented reality. You can spin it around. You can look at it from every possible angle. The ink is literally bleeding through the paper. So it's not something you could just find on the internet, and sorry, I need to sneeze. Only the owner would actually own the document, and the owner also has the exclusive right and access to going and seeing and playing with the real document at Lily's Leaf Museum. Of course, they'll wear gloves and there'll be precautions, but that right is held exclusively for the owner of the document.
All right, Aaron, I think we'll leave it there. I'll leave you to go and take some antihistamines or something. Thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it. Aaron Postumus, the Chief Executive Officer at Moment.